I just now realized we had the mic muted, so now we're in there. Sorry for that brief interruption. Now we're back. So Miguel has a Shaman Forgotten Way. Excuse me. This is Ryan Miguel playing Mono Green against Aaron Brzezinski playing Sultai Reanimator. Mono Green wants to try to get those fatties out, and we are seeing a lot of fatties as Thoughtseize came down from Aaron Brzezinski. Thoughtseize, of course, pay 2 life, pay 1 black. You look at your opponent's hand, target player's hand, excuse me, and you can discard any non-land card out of it. So we see 1 Forest, a Hornet Queen, Sirach the Hunt Caller, and he is going to pick Hornet Queen. And Mono Green, not having access to the whip, is not going to see that Hornet Queen come back. So 2 Arbor Colossus and Sirach Hunt Caller. And that Shaman of the Forgotten Ways does add 2 mana of any color. So what makes Caridid arguably a better choice is the fact that Caridid has hexproof. So we see that is one of the cards on Brzezinski's side, backed up by a Courser Crewfix, which allows him to play the top land. So 2 mana tapped in. Here comes a Terra Stomper. Terra Stomper, man, throwback. There is our Terra Stomper right there. Cannot be countered, trample. And he is an 8/8. But Sultai Reanimator does have some access to some kill, namely Hero's Downfall and probably some Murderous Cut. So I can't imagine Terra Stomper is going to stick around very long if Brzezinski does in fact have the answer. Seen 4 mana being tapped, incoming Sidzi. There it is. Sidisi, the Blood Tyrant, when she comes in, reveal cards off top of your deck. Put top 3 cards in. If you hit a creature, you get a zombie. And when she attacks, you replicate that effect. So Brzezinski's board slowly starting to fill up, staring down an 8/8 Terra Stomper, though. Arguably one of the highest power toughness in the game in current standard. And we see on the top there a Soul of Innistrad from the M15 core set. So Brzezinski has a bit of a problem with this Terra Stomper. He really doesn't have any need to start swinging away at this point in the game. Barring some mind games, combat tricks, he's gonna use his Polluted Delta to fetch. So he flips the top card with Courser Crewfix and sees the top card. And if he doesn't like that card, he can crack his fetch land and shuffle and then reveal a new card. So he's gonna shuffle for an island there. That fetch land will come at the cost of 1 health. So he's down to 19. So Miguel, man, what is so he is Brzezinski. Okay, you're at 21. Okay. So yeah, I forgot Courser. So again, you can see some great synergy there with the fetch land and the Courser being able to play not only land off the top of your deck, but anytime you play a land, you gain a life. So here's how the fetch works. You play the fetch, you gain a life. You crack the fetch, you lose a life. The land that you get from the fetch, you put back in. Another Terra Stomper in for double 8/8. There is some meat on the board right now. The crowd goes wild. And here comes 8. And Brzezinski is going to take that 8 right to the face. Bring it down to 13. Aaron, you're at 13, right? Yep. Okay. So we have 2 Terra Stompers on the board. I haven't seen 1 Terra Stomper this entire standard season, and now I'm seeing 2 on the board at once. So we do see Murderous Cut, so a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Mr. Brzezinski. See what else he's got in his hand. He needs to fill this board up and try to get bodies big enough to kind of swing around the 1 Terra Stomper in play. Seeing some black mana being tapped. Miguel getting some coaching advice from his daughter. The best kind of advice, though. He's going to pay her off. A second carried it out, so Brzezinski does have access to some blockers in case he gets down to the end. Because, I mean, technically Miguel does have lethal on the field in the form of 16 potential damage, unblocked damage coming in with 2 Terra Stompers. But we do see Murderous Cut, so he's not going to keep him. They won't be on the board for long. Miguel does have 2 Arbor Colossus still hanging out in hand. And man, that Shaman of the Wild, or Forgotten Hunter, whatever that card was, Forgotten Way, excuse me, really helping that ramp. 2, 4. Sirach. Okay, so the Ferocious trigger going to give a target creature haste if he has 8 or more, and you bet he qualifies for that, so he's going to be able to give Sirach haste. Sirach is a 5/4 body. And that is Sirach the Hunt Caller there, as you can see. So Brzezinski trying to line up some blockers here to keep, 21 lethal coming in. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 5, 21, down to Brzezinski's 13. He's going to have to choose his blockers carefully. Unfortunately, Brzezinski doesn't have anything on his side of the board that is going to be able to do that. Also, note that the Terror Stompers have Trample. So, as we see, 2 Carriages are going to throw themselves in the way of that semi-truck. And a Zombie and a Courser are going to team up to take out the Courser. And let's see, so it looks like Sirach is going to assign damage to the Courser. The Zombie will stay in, 2 Carriages going to drop. So I think Brzezinski only... Aaron, what's your life total? 4. Down to 4. So yeah, a lot of damage got through courtesy of Trample. So I don't think we saw any Terra Stompers during that first Thought Seize. So Wayfinder is going to do a couple things here. He's going to try to fuel that graveyard a little bit. We do know that Brzezinski does have Murderous Cut in hand. So
it looks like it's this Game Boy, like on the wrapper.
Do what?
The Game Day on that playmat looks like the font that they use for the Game Boy box.
I just realized this Johnny Cash playmat, just flipping all of our stream viewers off. You guys can hold that.
Yeah, we can't have that.
So Brzezinski's board state is 2/2/2 zombies, a Satyr Wayfinder, and a Sidisi Blood Tyrant, staring down 2 Terra Stompers and a Shaman of the Forgotten Way. So if we see another Sirach here, this could spell the end for Brzezinski. Again, both those Terra Stompers do have Trample, and those are 8/8 Tramplers coming in.
Working on it, and there's all those.
Terra Stomper saw some early speculation when it was spoiled that it was going to be teamed up with Xenagod to enjoy the massive boost in power toughness in addition to that automatic damage that Xenagod able to put off, but really hasn't seen much play at all, really, through this standard. Alright, so Arbor Colossus on the board. Response, we're going to see Murderous Cut. Looks like he's going to try to snipe out one of those Terra Stompers. But Miguel's sitting pretty good right now. I'm going to be really interested to see if Brzezinski can try to get control of this board. So down goes 1 Terra Stomper. 1 on the board. 8 still coming in. Is going to be Trample for lethal for 4. So Brzezinski's got to try to find a way to soak up 5. So he's got 2 zombies, and looks like he's going to throw the entire team in front of that. So he's got 3, 5, 7, 8, 9... 9 damage, and enough toughness to not only trade with a Terra Stomper, but also keep all the damage off. And the Terra Stomper is going to take them all down swinging. So now Brzezinski just has to answer what he's going to do about this Arbor Colossus. Opulent Palace, Reclamation Stage in, so that is a destroy target artifact or enchantment on a body. Is also 2/1. That is what is on Brzezinski's side of the board. Of course, that enter the battlefield effect, not really going to be that big of a deal. Okay, so that is the second Arbor Colossus, and he's going to bring the Shaman and the Arbor Colossus in, and Brzezinski will drop down to 2 as that Shaman gets in unblocked. So Down to the last wire here. 3 bodies, and Brazinski is going to scoop it up at that point. Mono Green's going to take the day. Take that game anyways. All right, so interesting develop there from Mono Green. We saw early thought seize from Brazinski with healthy life lead to boast using the Courser's life gain ability. And we didn't see either one of those Terra Stompers at all. In fact, we saw both the Arbor Colossus and the Hornet Queen. And Hornet Queen was the one that was sent to the yard. Classically, it's kind of a hard decision to send Hornet Queen out because the popularity of whip decks around. You send that thing to the graveyard, it has you can pretty much bet that it's gonna come back. Oh, that's how I got it to work. So I'm going to do a little bit of tech real quick while our 2 players here sideboard. What? For food? You want to order pizza? Yeah, I'll go half on that. Okay, so we're going to get our second game on the way here in a second. See if I can try to navigate this a little bit. So anyway, shout outs, thanks to you guys watching tonight. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on this Friday night. Hope you guys are enjoying. Again, questions or comments, if you've got any questions about the board state, please don't hesitate. Let us know in chat. We are keeping an eye on that. Okay, so now if I refresh this, okay, still having trouble seeing player 1 side. Actually, I'm going to switch these guys around.
No, I'll just say that one round was just bad. Yeah, it was just 2 mana, he said like 7. I looked over, I was like, oh. I don't think that much mana. Well, yeah, but like 3 would be very much help. I had a pretty deep hand if you didn't see it. I saw a few of it, but I didn't see much of it. I didn't want to keep too hard, I was trying to play a little bit. What do you do? You like the magic. I had some little girl stuck on 1 grid, half the game. And then I brought up.
Okay, there we go. Oh no, I did the same window twice. Okay. Okay. Let's give this one more shot here. I'm going to try to catch up for our guys get started here. Can I get it in time? I lost my previous Magic stream layout when I had to wipe my computer, unfortunately. Rest in peace. Why? There we go. Okay, we've got 2 different cards now. Now I can preview both sides. All right, so we are ready to get this Game 2 underway here in this round 2. I think we've got 12 people tonight in F&M. All right, so fetching on turn 1 for Brazinski. Of course, that'll put him down to 19. As soon as I reset his life back up to a good starting total. So again, highlights of last game, we saw Mono Green just explode out onto the board with the help of a Shaman of the Forgotten Ways, able to tap 2 mana of any color he wants per turn, and laying in the groundwork for 2 Terra Stompers, 8/8 Tramplers, came out with a vengeance. Just trying to get my second monitor set up here really quick. Apologize. Okay, there we go. All right, so turn 3. So we see Miguel dropping carried it on his end, Brzezinski matching it, and here's Sadizzy Blood Tyrant coming in. There's our Blood Tyrant, and he does score a creature. So another Blood Tyrant go to the yard, and we're gonna get that 2/2 zombie on the board. And of course, that will trigger every time that she attacks. So Brzezinski off to a good start this game. Pretty much been active every single turn, barring turn 1. And his board is going to fill up. So Miguel putting 4 mana on the board. What do we got here? Nyla of the Great Hunt. So that is the mono green devotion god. How do you spell fucking Nyla? All right, so Sizzy swinging gets another zombie in addition to that. How do you spell Nyla?
N-Y-L-E-A.
Oh, why is it not popping up? I did. Oh, God of the Hunt.
Yeah, there's that stupid comma.
Rest in peace. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Gotta do it quick. Gotta go fast. Dude, crop skill on point. Dog. All right, I'm gonna get our life totals straightened out here while I'm not running tech. It's a one-man band on my side, so I'm trying to keep up. So it looks like we got Sizzy turned sideways, a zombie turned sideways, backed up by another zombie token and a course of Crufix. And on top, we're seeing a whip of Erebos. So a little bit of a Sizzy, Sultai whip. Hey Miguel, what's your life total? Thank you. So that Nyla gonna be offline until Miguel can muster up enough devotion to turn her on, and that's gonna require 5 green mana symbols. So already at 2 because she does counter self. Carroted coming in for some mana, and an Elvish Mystic to bolster the faith towards Nyla a little bit further. 4 more mana coming down, and looks like a Genesis Hydra. Looks like, I think that is for 3. Let's see, 1, 2, oh, just for 2. And we're going to nab an elf out of that, and the other Genesis Hydra will go to the trash. But more importantly, Nyla is indeed activated, so she is a 6/6. Other creatures you control have trample. In addition to that, she can buff, given +2/+2. We'll bring, so that's Genesis Hydra. We'll bring Nyla right back up here pretty quick. And she is indestructible. Other creatures you control have trample, and then he can put 4 mana and give a target creature 2/2 until end of turn. So it's gonna be some spot pseudo giant growth coming in. All right. So Miguel's board, once again, that is the explosiveness of mono green, and we haven't seen any particularly big classic green devotion strategies, such as Shrine to Nykthos. I believe Brzezinski is actually back up to 21 after playing land, courtesy of his Courser Crufix. Here comes Whip of Erebos, so that 21 looking to get even bigger. 2 mana on the board. And Ultimate Price going to snipe that Hydra away, disabling the devotion requirement for Nyla. So now these zombies and snakes and magical unicorn is going to come in swinging. And he is going to get another 2/2 zombie off that other future version of Sizzy Blood Tyrant. reveal the top, we're going to see a swap. We've got 2, 4, 6 plus 3 is going to be 9 coming in. It's going to set Miguel all the way down to 6. And, of course, Brzezinski will gain 6, so that's going to set him at 27. You at 27, Aaron?
He lost nice.
All right, what are you at, Aaron? 30. Yep. Okay, so I was been able to keep track of Aaron so far. So Brzezinski now not only with a stabilized board, but a massive board presence. Expect to see a scoop from Miguel here in a second. Can't imagine there's not a lot Mono Green's going to be able to do, barring some sort of a huge card draw and just flood the field. But we got a lot of mana being tapped right now. What do we got? Ugin. Okay, so we do see an answer here. I'll bring Ugin up really quick. That is, of course, the Planeswalker. That is a bomb from hell right there.
That's what I'm talking about. Make some plays.
So looks like he is going to burn 4 off of Ugin, exile each permanent with converted mana cost 4 or less. That's 1 or more colors. So I assume. Oh, he selected green. Oh, that's 1 or more colors. Okay. So he burned 4, wiped the entire board. What a draw, what a save right there. Ugin coming back from the dead, courtesy of Mr. Sarkonval. But here comes another Sidzi. So if we can tap in and sacrifice one of our fallen creatures and bring a zombie, and we will. We saw a Courser go in the pit, as well as one of the, I think, Orcish Executioner. But still staring down Ugin. So Ugin is only sitting at 3 loyalty counters right now because he did have to -4. And that is why Ugin is up to close to $40 because of that is the impact he has on games. Let's see if Miguel can continue to hold out. Now, Brzezinski sitting at 30 life really doesn't have a lot of problems right now. He is going to minus... Oh, he's going to +2 and just shoot Sidzi off the board. 3 damage to our creature or player, so mini lightning bolt. Whisperwood Elemental. Okay, so here's... If Miguel is going to have a chance to come back, this is going to be the opening building block. So in step of that Whispered Elemental, going to give him a manifest creature. Of course, he can cast at any time to flip that face-down creature up and for whatever its mana cost is. So we have Ugin on the board right now. I'm going to go ahead and bring a Whisperwood on Miguel's side. So there is the Whisperwood Elemental set up on Miguel's side, and Brzezinski sitting at just 3. So really the only removal that Brzezinski is going to be able to pump out. Let me see if I can get us a loyalty counter up here for Ugin, because this is going to be pretty important. We got 5 loyalty counters on Ugin, right? Thank you. So 5 loyalty counters on Ugin. Do what? Yeah. You want to get on this commentary?
Let me finish these now.
You got to do real work. Shout out to Ryan Binberg running the shop. So more delve action coming in on Brzezinski's side as he is exiling cards away.
I will help on the next set. That's
Look at this, I got some scene transition right here. Like,
yo.
see, so if I had another...
I was like,
if I had another tripod.
I'm like, how the... Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I did it super jank over there.
How'd you do that with cameras? This is magic.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, God. We have a Whisperwood.
No, what happened? Okay, we back. I think, is that a second? No, Ugin getting pumped up again. Or no, he's going to... Oh, okay, so we had Tassigar come in on Brzezinski's side. Sorry, we have screwing around here. There's Tassigar on Brzezinski's side. Terra Stomper coming back, making his return. It looks like Ugin... I'm not sure what Ugin did. So the zombie token going to try to trade with that manifest. Tassigar jumping in the way of that Whispered Elemental. I don't know. We'll check. Yeah, I'm not really sure. So Tassigar is going to go head to head with that Whispered Elemental. Of course, Tassigar with the big booty on the back end of 5/4.
I think he -4 to get rid of the Lord, dude.
I'm not really sure. He might have just... I'll ask him. Hey, what's Ugin at right now?
7. Oh, he plus it.
Did you shoot Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. So I believe Brazinski down to 27. He is going to use the graveyard reoccurring effect on the Soul of Innistrad. So I'm going to see if I can bring that up lightning quick. So, exile Soul of Innistrad from a graveyard, return up to 3 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. So, Brazinski trying to quickly rebuild this board. Tasker going to try to hold off this Terra Stomper, 8/8 Trampler, and this now 7 loyalty Ugin the Spirit Dragon. And Ugin is just going to be able to constantly, as long as he's got the loyalty counters on, keep this board absolutely clean here. And Brazinski already down a game. Look, here comes Silumgar Dragon Lord, and he is going to take control of Ugin. All right, so a big play on Brazinski's side now, swinging the tide of battle, taking control of that Ugin Lord.
Oh yeah, I mean, good.
That'd be so tight if we made the shit out of him.
There's Dragon Lord Silumgar, and it looks like he's shot him for 3. Miguel down to only 3, so we saw massive damage come in early. Miguel able to stabilize the board, and now Brazinski taking over the Ugin. And here's Arbor Colossus. Is it going to be enough? Looks like Ugin's going to be able to try to seal the deal here. He's going to plus him up and shoot him for 3, and that'll be game. So, man, down to the 0 hour there. That Dragon Lord Silumgar saving the day for Brazinski right there. Although he did have a very healthy life lead. Plenty of time to try to come back here. So good stuff to both those guys. It'll be a tie game here as we're going to go to the final game in this set. Brazinski, one of our Magic the Gathering pros around here, or one of our old school players. And yeah, a great addition to this Sultai deck. Blue, black, green, of course. So notable plays, kind of getting that midnight hour Ugin the Spirit Dragon to wipe out Brazinski's board. And you know, people say Ugin is colorless. I often refer to him as the best mono green planeswalker in Standard right now, because green ramps into him so very well. You look at him and go, oh, that's an 8-drop planeswalker. There's just no way, no how. Well, with the power of green and all your little elf men praying to the trees around you, you will definitely see that Spirit Dragon arise in no time at all. So we're going to move into game number 3. Mono Green versus Sultai Reanimator here at Pew Pew Card and Game. As much as we like you guys watching, we'd like to have you guys come out. So if you're on the I-70 area, Kansas City, Raytown, Lee Summit, Independence, Blue Springs, Grain Valley, Oak Grove, Odessa, come check us out here at Pew Pew Card and Game here in Oak Grove. We're going to be celebrating our, I know it's a little ways off, but 3-year anniversary coming up here in August. So we've been around for a little bit. We've been doing F&M ever since the store's been open, so we'd like to have you guys come out and play. So both of our players here are done sideboarding. I think they both know what they need to do to win these games, and we're going to go right into game number 3.
Okay. Thank you, sir. As of right now, you're at 2, Sean.
That is until I win tonight.
That's right. No, I don't want to play it.
Hopefully you won't have the curse of Robbie where you get paired down.
I
And
love the game, and
I got turned down already, and,
oh, shit.
and I ended up beating you.
This was a good game, man. Aaron beat his ass all the way down to 6, and then Miguel popped up the Ugin, wiped the whole board, and then started coming back, and then Aaron got that Dragon Lord Silumgar out and stole Ugin. That card's so good. Oh yeah, we got an open spot.
Should, like, 70% of what makes that game awesome is the trash.
All right, so we are ready to start game number 3 here. Ryan Miguel's Mono Green versus Aaron Brazinski's Sultai. So fetching off the start, Brazinski's going to be down to 19. Of course, that polluted Delta able to grab him a swamp or a island. See what he goes for here. This will be telling of this what could be in his hand. He's going to go for a swamp. We're going to see turn 1 Thoughtseize here. You deal with the problem before you can deal with the problem. Thoughtseize, Hornet Queen, Carroted, and then 3 lands, and I'm not sure what that card is on the very end.
That is the Defiance, the thing that
All right, so joining me now in commentary, Mr. Sean Morris. You saw him playing the Artarka Red. So what is that card there on the very end?
That is the one that is so he can say his stuff does not target
Oh, okay.
the Defiance card or something like that, and then he can destroy a blue or black permanent.
Oh, okay, right on. So I can find that.
I'm not sure the name of it.
Act of Defiance?
Display of Dominance, that's what it is.
All right, yeah, so there it is. And looks like he went ahead and dumped that, carried it out. So interesting choice right there, but Brodzinski taking a 3-life hit right off the bat whenever you fetch. And, man, he just top decks another one right there. Miguel doesn't care. So 2 lands and a carroted. So Brodzinski trying to kind of stave off the mana ramping abilities of mono green, and that Thoughtseize unfortunately is pretty much gonna whiff. Satyr Wayfinder, so we're gonna start filling the graveyard. Murderous Cut, carroted, and a Forest. Forest going to the hand, the rest of it going to the trash. So unfortunately, two crucial kill spells going to the graveyard, and Brodzinski's gonna pass turn on that. So we've seen 3 Terra Stompers in 2 games. Game 1, 2 Terra Stompers out. I haven't seen a Terra Stomper all standard season, not since he was spoiled. And this game we see 2 of them at once.
And I don't understand why people don't run Terra Stomper.
Man, he's a beast.
Countered, 8/8 Trampler. I mean, why not? And he has Devotion, 3 to Devotion.
Yep.
Why not run it?
All right, so that is Orcish Executioner, I think. Whoops, no, go back.
Zombie guy.
No, he's got a sack effect.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Who's using that one?
Aaron.
Aaron.
It is. Yeah, when he comes in to play, both players sacrifice a creature, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did Miguel throw away?
Miguel said his stuff can't be.
Oh, can't be targeted.
That don't make no sense.
Permanents you control cannot be the targets of blue or black spells.
That doesn't work then. That's a sack effect.
I sacrificed something.
All right, so yeah, they're talking over the last play.
But I was going to have to sack the creature. So I was going to sack
I don't even know what set it's from. It's not from the newest one.
It's from no cons. I'm not really sure what.
I don't know exactly. He let him have the.
Oh, okay, so there's some sideboard tech. Freaka coming in. Fricka Fracka.
You let him have the display of dominance back because he sacked, but I would have thought Carroted would have been gone too.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. We're going to get the card wording for that Orc Executioner guy up. Maybe it is in Fate.
It's got to be Fate. Try fun this either.
Arbor Colossus on the board for Miguel. Merciless Executioner. So ultimate price, the Ravnica version coming in and killing that Arbor Colossus as soon as he popped out.
It's like a flashback Marauder.
And we're going to see, so a Thoughtseize on the board. There again is the display of dominance, but more importantly, 2 Hornet Queens. One of them getting put in the trash. So that card that we were having trouble finding was Merciless Executioner. When he enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure.
I still think Carroted shouldn't have been there. Because.
Yeah. Unless he had something else on the board. I'm not sure if he did. He might have had something else out. Yeah. Okay. So he had Voyaging Satyr. All right. So now that mystery has been solved, we'll move along here in our Scooby-Doo machine.
I mean, that's unfortunate. That Hornet Queen laying in the graveyard of the mono green player. But as you've seen, he had another one in hand too.
Yeah, and important to point out, so in game 1, we saw Thoughtseize with Hornet Queen. Brodzinski put it away immediately. The next 2 cards he drew with Terra Stompers.
Well, and knowing green, there's not a lot, probably anything to take out of the graveyard. So
no, yeah, mono green.
Yep.
And I said that's one of the dangers of discarding Hornet Queen like that. You feel like you have won the day for a second, but you haven't won the battle, because if a whip comes in, the Hornet Queen's going to come right back bringing bees with it. Here comes Hornet Queen. Oh no, there's the Terra Stomper. Ding, ding, ding. Wrap air horn's going off right now. Oh, an ultimate price to answer before I can even bring the card up.
Oh,
and in step, we're going to see a 1/1 Death Touch Snake come out. Frika is going to take the decayed body of that Sylvan Carrot and turn it into a Twisted Snake. And Aaron Brazinski adding insult to injury by using a pink dice as a 1/1 snake. Here comes the Voyaging Satyr, swinging in with the snake. So 2 damage coming in as he starts to nibble away at Miguel's life total.
The good old reprint of Ultimate Price.
Yep. Ultimate Price, of course, getting reprinted in Dragons of Tarkir, giving these black decks a much-needed answer to dangerous cards. Mainly when that card came out, black decks were like, finally, we have a solid answer to Stormbreath Dragon. But as you can see, it working to great effect here in this mono-green deck.
Yeah, they don't have to cast 3 mana versus they could just do 2 mana.
And they don't have to delve for Murderous Cut, because Murderous Cut was... it was Murderous Cut and Hero's Downfall were pretty much their 2 answers prior to this.
And in Aaron's deck, if he can save as much as his graveyard from delving for the Murderous Cut, then it's great.
Absolutely. So it looks like he's delving. I don't know if he's delving here or if he's making more snakes. No, he can't be making snakes. There's no mana being tapped.
Looks like maybe a Tazgar.
Tazgar it is.
Coming in.
Yep. And he's going to use the abilities. I'm going to bring Tazgar up real quick.
So it looks like Sidisi, Thoughtseize, a Whip,
Man, that's a rough pick.
and an Ultimate Price are in the...
Yeah, 2 Thoughtseize, Ultimate Price, Sidisi, and a Whip. That's tough. I think Whip...
Oh, he's going to let him have Whip.
I mean, that's either way, man. That is a rough pick because... but the Whip, he's going to be able to bring back a Sidisi for a turn. It's going to let him fill his graveyard up, and he's going to try to get another zombie token on the board. But here comes big mana. Hornet Queen? Absolutely.
And it tells me if he give him a Whip, then he must have an Ugin in hand. That's what it tells me right there.
Oh, that might be a good idea. So you think he might have tried to play Hornet to bait a counter out then? I don't know. Sultai Reanimator doesn't usually run.
Well, they can. They usually run Disdainful Stroke.
Oh, okay.
That's their big counter, and then a couple negates they like to splash in there.
I see.
Out of the sideboard, but I think that's what Miguel's next move could be.
Okay, so Brazinski taking a look at the graveyard, seeing if he's got anything he can try to get back with. Okay, there's the Whip. So if anything, Brazinski going to be able to try to swing in and at least get some life back. And a devotion count towards Frika right now is going to be 2 for the Whip, 2 for Frika, 1 for the Carroted, 1 for Wayfinder, and 1 for Tagasar, bringing up to 7. And that is going to bring Frika online. So you have a 5/5 Indestructible God online too. So I think what Brazinski wants to do here is optimally, he doesn't have enough mana open up even with his Carroted to try to use Tagasar's ability if Ugin does come down. So we're going to see some bodies getting turned sideways here. Frika, the Snake, and the Wayfinder coming in. He's going to leave Tagasar up. And I mean, if he wants to get rid of Tagasar though, Ugin's going to have to -6, and that's a big hit.
And that might be why he's not swinging in there. So he just lets him drop it out and -6 him.
Yeah, I can imagine. So Snake to block Frika. I'm sorry, Hornet block. Yeah.
Yeah, the insect.
And 1 coming in, so Brazinski's going to gain 6. Aaron, are you at 23?
22, I think 7.
Okay.
I was at 15.
Oh, okay. All right, I was off. Miguel, you at 18?
15.
Okay, thanks. All right, so one of Frika's great sideboard tech is she is just a 3-drop god, and she brings out those 1/1 Death Touch snakes. So really, again, this Sultai deck really wants to take advantage of everything you've got in the graveyard. Arbor Claws is coming down.
He must have missed that mana.
Oh, and then we're going to see that...
Display of Dominance.
Is that work right?
Destroy target blue or black. Permanent.
Okay, permanent. Right on.
So he didn't have the Ugin, so he was holding Display of Dominance in hand.
I don't know. That's
pretty good.
That's
for
pretty.
2 mana.
Yeah, for 2.
8 mana.
Yeah.
7, whatever it was. Ugin is.
Well, hopefully Miguel can start top decking some good stuff because he is out of cards right now. Brzezinski, it looks like to me, has 2 cards in hand. Again, Tigasaur and Freaka pretty much leading the charge on Brzezinski's side. And we keep seeing Brzezinski checking that graveyard. So we might be seeing some sort of Delve Tech in his hand. But really right now he's got to figure out a way to get rid of these bees. The great thing about it is, though, he's got an indestructible god online, and he can pretty much swing every turn and at least trade off those bees.
The god's not online no more.
Oh, did we lose the god? Well, with the Satyr.
It fell off.
2 with the god, 1 with Satyr, 1 with Caradid, 1 with Tagasaur. Yeah, we're...
Yeah, it needs 7.
Okay, there's the 2 we need, though, with the Soul of Innistrad on the board in the corner there.
Mm-hmm. God's back online. So it lets him swing. He swings with the snake. The 1/1 Death Touch snake. Arbor Colossus is just going to jump in front of the god.
Yeah, and he does. Yeah, and that pink dice you see there is a 1/1 Death Touch snake token. So Miguel choosing wisely not to let that snake poison his Arbor Colossus.
That Soul of Innistrad, though. Hopefully next turn, if he'll plan on buying that whip back out of the graveyard.
Interesting to see if. I mean, I guess the monstrous effect of Arbor Colossus is really not going to come into play here, as Brzezinski doesn't have any flyers. I got confused.
It gives him a big beater, though.
I was confused with Pulse Crusher. I thought he was that was the one that destroyed the enchantment for a second. I was like, that might help, kind of. I guess I don't know.
I mean, they're all the same, right?
Can't destroy the god. Yeah, can't destroy the god because he's indestructible. That's one of those things, man.
Yeah,
when those
mono green doesn't have really an answer to that god.
Yeah, no exile effect. Well, no, they have
pretty much.
Return to Aether, that 1/2-drop green spell from
make him put it back in the deck.
Yeah, shuffles it away. Yeah. That card actually saw quite a bit of sideboard play for a little bit. So the Soul coming in as a 6/6. The god. Okay, so Brzezinski's double checking his attack decisions before he turns his guy sideways.
Hey, because you're still down 1/1 Death Touch bees.
Yeah,
it's rough when you don't have the whip just to guarantee life gain.
I mean, really, pretty much what Brzezinski wants to do here is swing with Freaka as a 5/5, but you have Arbor Colossus sitting in the way. So if you try to put any more meat behind Freaka, the bees are just going to sting him down one by one, and your god's going to fall offline. So we've got Island being tapped here, blue-green land. So Brzezinski looks like setting up for a spell. What do we got? 4-drop in?
Tasgard
okay. We'll bring Tasgard back up real quick.
Looks like everything. He didn't get a land in there. He just couldn't pick a land. That's all. Everything else is fair game.
Put top 2 cards of your library in a graveyard. Return a long lane from your opponent's choice to your hand. I couldn't see what he put back.
Gives him a Thoughtseize.
Gave him a Thoughtseizes back. That's actually a good play because
a couple of them was in the graveyard. So
yeah, that's a good play on Miguel's part because he has an empty hand. So Thoughtseizes is kind of a dead card right now, and unless for some reason if Brzezinski wanted to Thoughtseize himself to put a creature in the graveyard and animate for a snake, really it's the only avenue you're going to be able to get out of that Thoughtseize. I don't think we're going to see a play like that in this game because it's not really necessary.
I mean, what Aaron wants to do is get those Thoughtseize out of there so he can get better Tasgar.
That is true. That is true.
Cards off of Tasgar.
Again, these are 50-minute rounds, I believe, so I gotta imagine we're getting kind of close to time here. But looks like Brzezinski finally ready to declare some attackers. So the only reason why he would want to swing with that Soul is to get in the graveyard, because we see that Soul of Innistrad kind of has a Swiss Army knife built on it. Namely, exile Soul of Innistrad from your graveyard. Return up to 3 target creatures from your graveyard to your hand. Or he can just activate the Soul of Innistrad's power just while he's on the board.
I guess we missed the Nyla coming on in there.
Well, when did that happen?
I didn't catch it either. So we got it's online too. So got a new add to the mono green board. That's going to give all of his creatures trample.
Yeah, trample, and let's see, is she online? 2 for Colossus, 1. Hornet Queen 3?
Hornet Queen's got 3.
Okay,
so
she's
definitely online.
So now we're bringing the very stars to life itself here with Nyla striking against Freaka and company. So Nyla leading the charge here. Mana being tapped on Brzezinski. So it looks like there was a pass turn.
Destroy monocolor Sultai Charm.
Oh, Sultai Charm. Okay, I was like, is that Asban Charm? Surely not.
No, that was a good move because I believe it knocked. Did knock her offline. She's still hanging on by 1.
There is a Sultai charm. So yeah, destroyed monocolored creature. That was it. And he got rid of the Arbor Claw. So that was a big problem that Freaka kept running into as a big roadblock, so to speak. Oh no, top deck in a land, and he's going to show the land too. You know, usually you want to try to, if you do top deck a land like that, since you can only play one land per turn, it's usually better just to hold that land back, give the illusion that you have an option in your hand as opposed to just throwing it down.
Well, and if he would have held it too, he could have probably baited that Thoughtseize out of his hand.
That would have been good,
and,
yeah.
You know, he would have revealed the land, and looks like Aaron would take 2, you know. So, I mean.
Right.
It's this late in the game, you got plenty of land. There's no need to play the land. Just hold it.
And he also does have a shrine, so if Miguel can get an attacker through, which he's got bees that can swing, he could start pumping those bees with the Nyla, and I mean you're going to see damage.
Be some big threats.
Yeah, and not only they're going to be big threats, they're going to be consistent threats. You know, you're not going to see him swing for 8, 10, 22, but rather you're just going to see small hits, 4 damage, 3 damage. You know, just something to keep the pressure on.
Looks like we got Tazgar going off again.
Yep,
so, Ryan's looking through the hand, giving him Thoughtseize back again because
good call.
Hand, I mean,
yeah,
why
man,
not?
good call, man. And again, you know, Thoughtseize, you can target yourself. I don't think we're going to see Brazinski need to do anything that drastic.
He's got to pass into the turn back.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of we're in a board lock state right now, so it's really whoever's going to be able to find the gas needed to get through. And I'd have to say the Sultai deck has the advantage as far as like stalling out for gas, because if he can get that removal spells, he can get it back. That being said, as long as Miguel is able to stall out, he's going to keep putting threats on the board. Polykranos in. Polykranos, the big booty bitch herself, big Hydra.
Sounds like he might be he's gonna try to eat some of Aaron's board with Polykranos
The shrine.
at the moment.
Yeah, he's got a lot of devotion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7 on the
7
board right now.
So he's got 7 mana in the air thanks to that Shrine of Nyx.
And you got to go 1 and double.
So he's gonna get 2 or
He's gonna
3.
get 3.
So
Now, I don't know if that was. He might have been better waiting on that before he had more.
what
mana.
is he gonna?
There's not much to eat.
He can't eat the. So let's go down his options. He's got Tigasar. Obviously, he's got a big booty, 4/5. Not gonna really help out a whole lot. Carroted can't even target it.
Yeah.
Because of hexproof. The Satyr, okay, big fucking deal.
And you can't eat a Freaka because it's indestructible. So.
Yeah, and the snake. So I mean, he's going to basically take a Satyr and a snake away. And unfortunately, I just heard from Aaron, also acting as our head judge here at the venue tonight. His timer went off. There are 5 minutes left to play, and then of course, as standard Magic rules go, once time is out, each player gets 5 turns to try to seal the deal.
And we got one more other game going on besides this one, so those players are going to run into time possibly.
Yeah, and so Polykranos will stick with 3 counters, so he's an 8/8. Again, a roadblock for Freaka. That should all is said, but Freaka should be offline now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're only at 4.
Yeah, it needs 7 to turn her on.
Yeah, so those the gods that came out of the not the Theros block. Not the Theros set. All the side gods, if you will, the lower gods on
the last
Journey.
set.
Yeah.
They had to have a little more devotion. Nyla being easy, just having to have 4 to turn her on. I think is what 4 or 5 is what it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've heard it called Tigasar. I've heard him called Tassiger. I've heard it been said a couple different ways. I'm not really. Tigasar. Did we call him Tigasar?
We call him Tigasar because he's a motherfucking
I call him Banana Man. How about that?
Banana Man. Who likes.
He's got his bowl of bananas and
yeah, dude.
Right beside
He's
him.
just as bored as we are watching this match.
Or you can say Slimguard's necklace.
Slimguard's necklace. All right, so
Tazgar, man.
we have the pony himself on the board. The Courser crew fakes are going to try to gain a little bit of life. Okay, Hero's Downfall. That is the board breaker. That is the board breaker that the black deck wants to try to get past that Polykranos.
Well, and remember that Polykranos, monstrosity. Well, he probably just wanted to get it bigger because he does have trample on it from Nyla being in there. That's another thing
he can
also.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, pretty much what I don't want to talk too loud because the guys aren't they're too, they're
Yeah.
10, less than 10 feet away. But I really feel like the pumping with the bees is the
Yeah, I think that's going to be the
that would
game breaker right
yeah.
now.
What's up, Death? What's up, Cenobite? How you doing, Hagarai? Night Zane. Appreciate you guys watching along. So those 1/1 dice on the board for Brodzinski are snake tokens generated by Frika.
It begins.
Oh man. Whatever.
I don't know what all that means, but
If he wants to type ones and Q's, who cares?
ones and
Shout outs to ones and Q's, man. That's actually my favorite thing to type in chat rooms too. I actually invented the 1-1 Q spam back in 1996.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Sean was there.
I was there, yeah.
Sean was there. I'd be like, "Hey, Sean, what are you doing on a Friday night? You're not playing Magic? Let's just go to chat rooms and spam 1 and Qs all day." I dig it.
So,
Actually, you guys can't see it. You see that tattoo on Ryan Miguel's arm? He actually has 1 and Qs tattooed on the other side of it.
so it looks like we're talking something about Nyla.
Yeah, she should definitely be online. Is it Hagari?
He's going to bring the whole team. Time is a tick, and he's going to bring them.
Yeah.
We had 5 minutes, probably close to 5 minutes
See,
ago.
I don't want to see Miguel overextend though right here. Just be like, oh, time's almost here. Let's just, fuck it and just come all in, man. You gotta chill out.
He's still got a substantial life total that he has to beat down, but
Okay, so redoing mana here. Yeah, and Brodzinski, hey, respect the stack, buddy.
because playing with black might have answers
Yeah.
to destroy something. So
That's time and round out.
All right, we just heard time get called by a judge, so we are down to, as soon as this turn concludes, each player will have 5 turns to try to seal a deal. So we're trying to wait to see where the pump is going. I'll just get life totals after this. So basically what's happening is he's swinging in with a flyer. Polycranos coming in as well, and he's going to use Nyla's passive ability to buff the Hornet Queen, I believe. But let's wait to see.
and then after
Nyla's swung
Miguel's
too.
turn, then it starts turn 1. So they get 5 turns after time to see if they can complete the game.
Yeah.
If they don't, it just goes down as a tie.
See, I don't like swinging with Polycranos. That 1/1 Death Touch Snake just sniped down the monstrosity of Polycranos.
Well, he trampled though, so
He did, yeah. We're gonna get
look at that.
we're gonna get an updated life total as soon as blockers are finished being declared. Oh, so Courser's gonna get thrown in front of the way of Polycranos as well,
and the snake.
and the snake to
So-
try to soak up some of that trample damage. Most importantly, though, Freak is gonna be turned off, and looks like our life total. Aaron, what's 19? 15.
So
Is it
Aaron
15 to
goes
15
down
right now?
15.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the wire. I'm not really sure. And again, in Magic the Gathering, this doesn't it doesn't matter whose life totals is. If this is a tie, if there's not a player at 0 life at the end of the 5 turns, then it's going to be a tie. And that comes important when it determines standings here at the tournament. How this tie could be a big impact on what's going to go down. So Tagasaur going to be activated again. Well, I don't know if that's smart doing that because you want to guarantee Hero's downfall.
And this is turn 1 for Aaron.
Yeah, this is
He's
turn
got
1 and
5 turns.
Yep, turn 1 in overtime. This is actually Pokemon, dude. Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments are to the left. This is actually Weiss Schwartz. Get with it.
Go over and beat you with goblins. Yeah, I do that. I've been doing that tonight. Goblins are great.
Yes, it is a World of Hearthstone Schwartz, The Gathering. Oh, we got a lot of ties,
Goblins are
man.
easy, please. Yes, they are. Street doing some heavy lifting tonight.
Man, this is so grindy, man. I gotta say, man, you go back and you watch this, Miguel's gonna kick himself for not finishing this game because he could have just.
Oh yeah,
He could have.
This could have been a little bit of a different outcome. But,
That's
when
okay.
you get down to close to 5 turns,
Yeah, man.
time running out, you try and make plays, and
Take it easy.
sometimes they make
Hagarai.
it, sometimes they don't.
Hagari. Hagaguguri. Q11 all the way.
1404.
I got one better for you, dude. I got caps in mine.
And we got double Qs on
Yeah, I got two. I got 2 Qs in mine. All right, so Brazinski fetching down to 14. I mean, this
Still turn 1?
I think it's turn 1. Yeah, turn 1 for Aaron. All right, 1 mana in. All right, so there's the new Sidisi.
Yeah, and he will exploit it. So that lets him go fetch anything in his deck to put it in his hand. He doesn't have to exploit Sidisi if
What
he has other creatures on the field.
Oh, okay, and he threw away the tapped.
He threw away the Carroted.
So he tapped the Carroted for mana and then sacked him off. Said, "You are already done. Time to exploit you to find the dark secrets of my deck." It'd be interested. I wonder if he's gonna get Silumgar because we saw him. Oh, there's Silumgar right there, and he's
Wants
gonna
to
take Nyla
Yeah, that was
because he was a creature.
that was a great move.
Woo!
Great move right there.
So I'm gonna pull up the new Silumgar right there.
I mean, that makes 1/1Bs not look so potent now. I mean, they're still potent, but and loses to trample. That's quite unfortunate. That goes back to might have been able to do something back
and
with Polly and everything.
Yeah, and Sultai Reanimator as opposed to just maybe a flat blue-black control. Brazinski's got the green to maybe turn him on, or at very least use that pump effect.
And now his stuff has trample.
Yeah, but Brazinski's going to have to let that Silumgar sit because he still is staring down 3 Death
look
Touch
at
beasts.
there.
All right, so Shaman of the Forgotten...
Formidable.
Which way is that?
Shaman of the Forgotten Ways.
Forgotten Ways.
Yep. It's got that new formidable mechanic on it. So life totals he's definitely got formidable on it.
Yeah, he could bring in a lot of mana. Oh, each player's life total becomes the number of creatures they control. Interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be
Interesting.
pretty huge here if you can get it off.
Wow.
But, turns are dwindling down, though.
Yes. I believe we're on at least, I think this is Brazinski's second turn in the overtime. 14 to 13 here. So if the Shaman does activate, Miguel's life total will become 7. Brazinski's life total will become 6.
It'd be a sad day to get Bile-Blighted off the field.
Bile
I would
Blight.
definitely be crying if I was Miguel.
Oh, the Shamans?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nasty.
Unfortunate.
I don't know, though. Oh, okay, so Hero's Downfall. The Queen Bee goes down. Hero's Downfall, of course, instant cast murder that can also target a Planeswalker.
So that takes his 3 devotion off, to where
Yep.
that was easier to cast for him.
Yep. I mean, like I said, it's still pretty locked up in the board state with those 3 Bs with Death Touch. Normal circumstance, just looking at a bunch of 1/1s on the board really isn't that big of a deal, but the Death Touch added to him is a problem.
What turn you guys on? 3. So looking for 2 more turns, and then goes to a tie if they can't.
So a crazy thing that could happen here is if Miguel were to top deck in a Terra Stomper, Brazinski would really have to throw some meat in the way of it to keep it from trampling over. But he's got booties on the board right now. I mean, Silumgar is a 3/5, Tassigar is a 4/5, Sidisi is a 4/6. In addition to that, Freaka being turned online too as well is a 5/5 indestructible. So what is Miguel gonna throw in the way here? And if I'm Miguel right now, I'm saying let's go to time. I gotta stall out right here. I gotta stall out.
I'm just going to be if I'm Miguel. I'm not trying to throw my formidable away.
No.
That's unfortunate.
The thing is like he could take that. Oh, all of his creatures. Yeah, and trample gets over because Nyla actually helped that god get trample.
Yeah.
So 3, 5. So he took 2. So I believe Miguel is at 11. I can't see their life totals from over here.
And that might be why he threw the formidable in the way, but man, it's just he's got to hit something huge here.
Yeah. Ugin, man.
Ugin to take the whole board.
Oh,
out
Elvish
would be
Mystic.
Great, but That's what Elvish Mystic does best, man. In the late game, you top deck an Elvish Mystic.
Man, Ugin would be so disgusting if we got it. Into turn, looks like we're going to make snakes. Or Tassiger. Is it Tassiger's ability?
Don't know yet. A lot of mana is being turned around. Tassiger's ability, it looks like.
So interesting little synergy that Brzezinski's got with the inclusion of the Merciless Executor. He can now bring that Executor in, sack his snake off, make Miguel sack something off. Now, I assume Miguel would throw away an Elvish Mystic here. Hero's Downfall. Okay, Ugin is no longer.
5.
This is 4.
No.
Oh, this is 5? Oh, man.
So, this is make or break.
This is a tie.
Right
this is
here.
going to be a tie game, man. There's no way that Brzezinski ever going to be able to. Well, I don't know, man.
Does he just swing all out? That's the question.
Sidzi, I don't.
And let trample take effect.
What is he looking for here? Is he going to try to get something back with Tassigar, I wonder? So he did hit a creature. He got a zombie out of it.
Sidisi's triggers. It's going to be interesting here. I think it's going to come down to the last couple bits of life.
Here comes the team.
That trample's going to play big fact here.
Oh, he kept mana open for Nyla, so he's going to be able to pump whatever gets through.
Which is a smart idea.
Yep. So 3 of those creatures are going down. I assume the bees are going to go to Silumgar, Tassiger, and Sidisi. No, to the god. Because even if Sidisi's a 4/6, the god is a 5/5. Every point of damage is going to count at this point. So you throw 1 bee in front of the god, 1 bee in front of Silumgar, and 1 bee in front of... actually, Nyla's a 6/6. God, she's online, man. Elf gonna stand in front of Nyla. She doesn't have trample.
She does not have trample.
Yeah, she doesn't have trample.
So that will soak up a little bit of damage that we don't have to... He doesn't have to eat with trample.
Yeah, blocks are going to be so important here, but everything else at this point does have trample, and this is the downfall to only having these 1/1 token Death Touch bees. Yeah, they're going to kill the creatures, but damage is still going to come in. Will Brzezinski be able to seal the deal here?
He does have a couple, or 1 flyer that's got a big booty on him. So.
Yep. That's the thing is like Silumgar doesn't hit very hard. Even his other version doesn't really hit very hard, but the other one's like a 3/7, right?
Yeah. With hexproof.
Yeah, with the hexproof one. Well, that would have been a great card to have in this matchup, man.
This one very seldom does not get run much because it's just too easy to destroy it. Mm-hmm. The other one just
sits.
It gets run a lot because it gets -1/-1.
Yeah, in addition to having 7 toughness. All right, so it looks like a bee is going in the way of a dragon. So
choosing blockers here.
Carroted going to Freaka.
3 toughness, and his formidable guy has 3 toughness, so he's looking to soak up a lot of the more heavy hitters with those guys, but can't touch the Slim Guard in the air. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so the unblocked creatures right now are Tassigar and Corsair Crewfix. Okay, so how much damage is coming through? Is it going to be enough to seal the deal?
So
6 damage going in with Corsair and Sidzi. 2 damage coming in with Freaka. That's 8. 2 damage coming in with Silumgar is 10. And Tassigar with trample should be able to do it. And then Brzezinski's going to be able to pump whatever he wants, man. I think this is enough damage to seal the deal.
I think so.
Yeah. And that's assuming that my life total is correct on Miguel's 11 health.
And we didn't even get to see the formidable go off because life totals were just too low for him to pull that off. And
right.
If he'd pulled that off, he'd been dead a long time ago. Going down with so less.
I think if Miguel.
I think the Paul Kranos.
We had one more. We had 2. He was holding 2. I was wondering where the other B tokens went. Okay, so he's throwing 2 bees in front of them. I think he's got it. He's going to be able to pump. Again, Nyla's going to give 2/2.
Unless you're point blank holding down the triggers.
Oh, okay. The snake token in the back.
With these.
Yeah. He's going to have it. Should see GG here.
What do you think on that Paul Kranos?
You know what?
Back to that and lets it wait a turn.
I think not even. I don't even. Who cares about Poly Kranos? I think Miguel should have been swinging 1B. Yeah, no blocks. Pump him. Hit 3. Next turn, 1B, no blocks, swing 3.
Yeah.
Next turn, just
because he definitely had enough blockers, so he could have extended it a little bit. I mean, he didn't have to overextend, but he could have extended it a little bit.
Right. All right, so Brzezinski will take that as 2-1 and down to the wire. That was turn 5 and basically Magic the Gathering overtime here. Standard rules dictate that if you go to time, and I believe our games are an hour long or 50 minutes?
50-minute rounds.
50-minute rounds. So if you go to your 50-minute time limit, each player gets 5 turns, or you get 5 turns to try to win the game.
Yep.
Starting with the active player. So that was down to the wire, man.
That was about as close as you could get. I mean, it is fortunate when you top deck an Elvish Mystic like that too.
Yeah,
if he'd have top decked something a little different, Ugin would have changed the game quite dramatically.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't have won, but he would have tied, and ties a little better than losing outright.
Yeah, so coming up next here at Pew Pew Card and Game Friday Night Magic, we've got round 3. I think we got 4 rounds tonight.
I think so.
We've got round 3 coming up. So we're going to have that ready for you guys here in a little bit. I'm just going to reset the scoreboard here so we are ready to go as soon as our next batch of players sit down. So, Sean, good luck in round 3. Running that Artarka Red. How are you liking it so far?
It's doing all right. I had one bad game where I got stuck on 2 mana, and all I needed was 1 more mana because I had a couple Route Masters in hand, but just didn't come, and I got overrun by big creatures because it just was too mana. It was just too slow.
Yeah.
But I managed to go 3 games and just basically lean on Foundry Street.
Man, that was some explosive damage coming out when turn 1 Foundry, pass turn. Dragon Fodder, swing for 3. Outburst, swing for... let's see, he's a 4, swing for 6 total. That was just a lot of damage.
My Tarka card, definitely haven't got to play yet tonight, but if I get to play that card, it continually speed the game up even faster, but it's unfortunate that sometimes you don't get to play cards that you have in your deck, but...
Yeah.
No, I'm putting it in right now. You sure?
Oh, man.
Round 3.
All right, so round 3. So
I'm off and
good luck, dude. So I'm Robbie Votov broadcasting tonight. Is Sean helping us out on mic? Appreciate him.
Alex, Sean, you're playing Chance. Miguel, you're playing.
And we got round 3 coming up.
Tyler, you're playing Daniel. Jake, you're playing Dallas. Who do you want to stream?
Who wants to be on?